Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, we will be discussing about the few tips and tricks how to deal with the nervousness in an interview. Right. So many a times it happens that the candidates become so nervous during the interview, but they are unable to answer anything. They know so much. They have got enough of testing knowledge in manual testing as well as in automation testing, but they are not able to speak up during the interview just because they are getting nervous. So let's look into these details, how to overcome nervousness in an interview. And before that, if you're watching this video for the very first time, then please do hit like, share, and subscribe our channel. So these are few tips and tricks that one should follow. The very first thing is you should take actively part in the mock interviews. Now, mock interviews are such things which we are taking on our channel, as well as we are taking for the top mate as well. So you can book book a particular session of a mock interview with us on Saturdays as well as Sundays. And this Friday you have 26 January, so you'll be getting discount on top mate. So you can book a mock interview slot with us. Second thing is understanding the job requirements. Now, whenever you go for any interviews, you should always see what are the job requirements, what are they actually looking for, and accordingly you should frame your answers. For example, if they are looking for someone who is having knowledge in the BDD framework, then you should speak with respect to BDD, and you should have that particular skill set before you go to the interview, so that at least you know the basics. If you have not worked hands-on, so at least basics you can answer. If you have worked hands-on, then it's a good thing, right? So review the job description and requirements thoroughly. What needs to be added, what needs to be removed. So accordingly, you will have to customize, right? Then behavioral questions are the very important questions, which will be uh, based on scenarios. So you will have to structure your responses using the STAR method. So that is situation, task, action, and result method. This will help you to provide clear and concise answers. So they'll give you some situation, they'll give you some particular task, and what response you are giving. That is very important. So these kind of things you should be prepared, because these are short things. These will be coming up in an interview. One more thing is deep breathing. Before the interview, practice deep breathing exercises to calm your nerves. You can also do meditation. You can just repeat some mantra or repeat or remember the God's name for some time, so that your confidence level increases. That will boost, that will increase the positivity within you, and you will see a different version of yourself, right? Arriving early. So that is very important. Let's say if it's an in-person interview, then you should be on time. If it's a virtual interview, then again join particular Google Meet or Skype or Microsoft Teams or Zoom, whichever tool it is. Join 5 minutes early, because you never know, you might be having some audio or you might be having video issue. You never know. So be prepared for those things and join proactively, join early. Then ask questions. So second, another thing is whenever we go in an interview, it should be an interactive session rather than they are asking and you are just answering. It should not be like that. It should be an interactive session. You should also show your interest in with respect to what company profile you are going to have, and what would be the different aspects, what are the different tools and technologies that you are going to work. So that's fine. You can ask those things. Okay, now very important thing. Sometimes, the candidates, after giving the interviews in the big MNC companies, they drop an email, sir, I was not able to answer this question. I was not able to answer two, three questions out of 10 questions, for example. So it is fine. It's not necessary to know everything. If you would know everything, then definitely you would be at a different level. You would be at a different stage. And in an interview, it does happen that how much ever you prepare, right? Sometimes you forget some things, right? So that is totally fine. It is acceptable to express a willingness to learn. So during the time of interview, even if you're not able to answer, so you can request the interviewer that I am not able to recall the answer for this question, right? Maybe I have learned, but I'm not able to recall. Maybe I have read about it somewhere some time back, but I'm not able to connect now. So that is totally fine. Okay. Then practice positive self-talk. Now, what is practicing positive self-talk means? That you have to replace the negative thoughts. So whenever, you will be getting thought process like, how would be the interview going? What would happen in an interview? What would you come and tell your friends based on the interview that you will give? What would you communicate with your family? Right? So try to control that thought process. And second thing is, don't worry about the outcome of the interview. The whichever company, whichever job opportunity you are going to give the interview, that is not the last company on this earth or on this in this world, right? There are so many opportunities that are going to come, and you are very lucky that you are, preparing yourself. If and you are very lucky if you are watching this video, that means you are preparing somewhere in the right direction, right? So don't worry about the outcome. Just try that you give your best in that particular 30 or 40 minutes of the interview that is going on, and rest you have to leave up to the god. Whatever will happen to your best. So don't worry about the outcome. If you will worry about the outcome, then your brain will be thinking in that direction, hence it will not be able to recall the answers of the questions that will be asked in an interview, right? Last is, learn from each experience, whichever interview you give. So when you come back home or to your room, then create a notes kind of a thing, or create the list of questions that you had got today. Put a tick mark against the question which you were able to answer. Put a cross mark against the question which you were not able to answer. So as to, you have to revisit those concepts, you will have to revisit those topics, and you have to reread them, right? So that's how you have to prepare for interview, so that in the next interview you don't again forget those questions. So it is very important to jot down all the questions that you get during the interview, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. That's it for this video, right? And we would be waiting for the mock interviews as I had discussed. So on TopMate, we have created a profile for RD automation learning, and you can book the mock interview slot in just 99 rupees, right? So isn't it a great thing? And if required, then we will record that particular video and will be uploading on YouTube channel. But it is again as per your convenience. If you are not comfortable, then we will not be doing the recording as well, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more updates.